Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to JavaScript tutorial video series. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to create this awesome image slider using simple JavaScript. Here, if you can notice one thing, I've got the back arrow and the front arrow where I can move the slides. Down there I have the slides. If I click the second one, I'm going to display the second one, third one. You can see the images are keep on changing. So this is an image slider that we are going to create using simple JavaScript. Without further ado, let's get started. So here is my index.html. Initially it's a basic boilerplate. Let me just adjust the screen. Here what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a container class with a div. Inside I'm going to create another class. Let me call this one as a pictures. In this demo I have got 5 pictures, so let me add 5 pictures into my project. So here in my folder I have got 5 images, background images that I want to use for this background pictures. So the first picture is 1 2 3 4 5. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the image tag, and then source is going to be the name of the image. So the first one is 1.jpg. this is my first image. Let me just copy and paste. For the rest of the things I'll just change the name. So now I have the images. Now I need to create this circus down there. For that I'm going to create another div with a class name called, let me say, slides. So within the slides I'm just going to create a span tag, the empty one. They are about 5. So let me create 5 span tags, the empty ones, just to have this circus down there. Let me copy and paste. We are good. And then what else is remaining? We are remaining with this back arrow and the front arrow. So in order to get this back arrow and the front arrow, what I'm going to do, I'm going to my Google. So here I'm going to type font awesome CDN. Okay, hit enter. Go to the first link, come down there. Okay, here is the link. Just copy the link and paste them into the head section. Okay, then what else? We are good. Now we need to have that angle bracket, as you can see them here. Let me show you. So we need to have these angle brackets. So in order to do that, what all you need to do is here, since you have included the link there, so come down here. So here I'm going to create a div with a class name called, let's say, slide left for the left one. So within this slide left I'm going to have a span tag. So for this span tag I'm going to have a class name called fast. So this is going to give me the left angle bracket like this because of the link that we have included on the top. So I'm going to create another div. Maybe let me just say this one is slide right. So here instead of angle left, let me change this one to right. Let me save. I can able to have that angle bracket now. So as for now we are done with the design. Let me run this one through browser so that we will see how it looks like. So there is an image. Still we have not added the style sheet. No wonder that it looks very big, but when we add some styles I'm sure that we can able to fix these things. So in order to include the style, I'm sure that you know, let me include the style sheet here, style.css. Here is my CSS folder. So let me style it a bit. So I'm going to target the body section. I want them to be displayed as a flux. I want to align the items to center. Justify content is going to be center as well. And then box sizing, I want this one to be a border box. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to target this container class. So for this container class, let me set the height where I can say 550 pixels. Let me set some width. I can say 900 pixels. Okay, I think it's okay. There is no need of position now. So because this is a container size, so that I can fit these images into that container. So now I have set the width and height for the container. Now I want these images to fit into this particular container size. In order to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select this class name called pictures. I want these pictures to be fit into that container size. So dot pictures, and then there is an image there. So I want to set the height and width to 100%. so that it can fit into that particular container size. Let me save and run so that you will see how. Yeah, now you can see, though it's not aligned as expected, but this is a size of the container. We are trying to fit the images into that particular container size. Okay, we are good, we are not bad. Then what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to style this part here with a span. For that span there is a class name called slides. Let me copy and paste, because I want those 4 dots down there, right? So slides, I'm going to set the position to absolute. Then from bottom I need 18 pixel. From the left is going to be 50%. Transform property, I want to translate towards the x-axis, is going to be negative 50%. Then I want to display them as flux so that it can be in the same line. Let me save and run. Okay, just a slide, you can still see. So here instead, what I'm going to do in the image, I'm going to, not in the image, in the container, let me set the position to relative, sorry, here, so that that absolute can work as expected. Let me save and refresh. Okay, we are good almost. Let me just style the span here, because we have managed to style the slides. So let me target the span. So here I want to set the height for the span. Let me say 10 pixel. Width also I want to be 10 pixel. I want that one to be in a circle like this, right? So if you want to get the circle, all you need to do is you have to use the border radius property. I'm going to set that one as a 50%. so that we can have the circle one. Then I want to set the border, going to be 5 pixels solid. I'm going to set some RGB color. This is a color I want the border to be. And then I want to set the cursor to pointer. Then I think we are good. So let me go there and refresh. Okay, here we go. We can able to see the circles. So let me just style a bit again by adding margin so that this one can be spread out. So margin, what I can do, top and bottom I want them to be 0. Left and right I can say 30 pixel so that it can be spread out nicely. We are good. Then here, if you can notice, when I hover on this one, there is a red color in background. So let me set that one. So in order to do that, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to copy and paste this. When I hover on that one, I want the background color to be red, right? Background color, say red, meant to be pure red, I don't know. So maybe somehow like this, right? So it will be good. Let me save and refresh. When I hover, there is that red color in the background. So what we are remaining with is we need to arrange these things nicely, the pictures. So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going here for this. Let me target the angle bracket left and right. So let me target this slide. So I'm going to say slide. Let me set the position. It's going to be absolute. And from the top, let's say 50%. I want to transform, use translate to y-axis negative 50%. And let me set some width, 20 pixel. Background color, let me set it to red. Then I want the cursor to be a pointer. And then we can set some border. Let me set it to white. Let me save and refresh. Okay, it has come, but not as expected. But we can still style a bit, but I'm sure that you can see something here, right? So we are going to fix that issue now. So the next thing what we can do, target the span there. So this is a slide. Let us target this span so that we can set the width to make it look nice. So we can just increase the font size because this one looks too tiny. Font size, we can say 34 pixels. I hope it can make sense, but I don't know. Let us check. Let me set the color to white. Right, let me save and refresh. Thing has happened. Okay, then I want this one to go to the right. So what I'm going to do, let me go there. So here there is this right, the class name called right. Let me save dot right, I want the right to be 0. Let me save and refresh. I think for the font awesome we can get the CDN from the official font awesome website, so that we can able to get the right angle bracket for the left and right side. So go to the fontawesome.com. if you don't know how to use the font awesome, I have the tutorial video for the same. Kindly watch that one if you don't know. So here is my account, font awesome CDN. Scroll down a bit. Here is the link. Just copy this link and paste them into your HTML. So like this. So let me remove that other one that I've already pasted. So let me save and refresh my browser now. Now I can able to have the angle bracket, right, as expected. The thing is, these images are displaying below. It's not supposed to be like this. So this one we can fix them as well, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create my JavaScript file. There is a JavaScript file here, main.js. Let me just include that main.js into my index.html, maybe here. Okay, so before we write a JavaScript here in my main.js, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a variable. Let me say let, I can say first image. I'm going to set that one to 1. So what does that mean? That's an index for that image, the first image that I have. So I'm going to create a function name called slide. Let me say slideshow. That slideshow is equivalent to this first image. So image, we are good, right? And then I'm going to create a function here. We can call that function as, let me say, slides. Then I'm going to pass the parameter as an event. So here this event is going to take this slideshow, and then this first image is equivalent to that particular event. So let me say, so we don't have a function name as slides, so let me create the slides here in the HTML. So when I click this pan tag, so this is a place I'm going to create the event. So I'm going to create an event as on click. The event is, what's the name that I've created there? I think slides. Slides is the event that I've created. I passed the e as a value, e as an event. So here event means, let me say here I'm going to pass 1. That is a argument for that event e. Let me save this one, so that every time when I click on this particular one, I need to fire an event. That event for the first picture is 1, second picture is 2, third picture is 3, 4, 5 respectively. No wonder that initially have set them to 1 for the first image, then that one I'm getting them in the slideshow. Here I'm going to create a function for this event slides. When I click, this event is going to be fired. So when I click on the first one, the first image will be seen, right? I hope things are clear. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another function. Let me say function. I can call this one as a, let me say side slide for that angle brackets, right? So even this one is going to take event as a parameter. So here inside what is going to take is slideshow. Same. What does that mean? Slideshow, which is nothing but the first image. This is where we have stored the first image that we have them here. So first show, that is where we are going to show them. Then inside what you are going to have them is a first image, and then you are going to increment them with that event. For example, what does that mean? So every time when you click the next image, the event number is going to be incremented. Initially e value is an event. For example, the first image is 1. When you click the second image, that event has to be fired. First image plus event. That is a shorthand version, because we have created a function name as side slide, but we have not called that function. So let me go and create an event here for this. Maybe when I on click as an event, so the name is side slide, isn't it? So that's the name of the function. Let me just copy and paste, because this one applies for both left angle bracket and the right angle bracket. Let me save. I hope there will be no error now. Still there is an error. What is an error? I left the space, no wonder there is an error. I hope things are clear, right? So first image is initially 1. Every time when I click, it has to be incremented. That's the reason why there is a plus here. And what is next? It's simple. Let us just write this function slideshow. Function slide. This slideshow. is going to take the event as a parameter. Inside what we are going to have, let me create a variable named I so that we can iterate through that one. So I'm going to create a const as a variable, then I'm going to have image as a variable name. I'm going to use document dot. Here I'm going to use the method name as query selector O. I hope you know what it does. So I'm going to select query selector O. So which one am I going to target? I'm going to target all these images because I want to slide through this image. So the query selector all, the tag that I want to target them is an img tag. So let me pass that one here. So let me save. Now if that e is greater than img.length. So length is a default function in JavaScript. I hope you know. It's going to find out the length of the images, in this case 5. If the event is greater than that image of the length, what we are going to return is by default is going to be a first image, isn't it? So first image is equals to 1, is going to print that first image. If that event is less than 1, here what are we going to have? Simple. This first image equals to image.length, the image that I'm going to select. That's the meaning, right? And then let me just iterate through for loop using that I for I is equals to 0, I less than image.length. Then I'm going to increment the I value. So what I'm going to get initially, I want to iterate through this image with I. Let me say style dot initially is not going to display anything. Display is equals to none. Otherwise we want them to be displayed as a block image. So the first image -1 dot style dot display is going to be, let me display them as a block. So here I put -1 and +1. So for that, what I'm going to do here, for the left angle bracket, I'm going to say is -1. For the right angle bracket, I'm going to say +1. Let me go and save. Let me run them again. Okay, this is a first image. No wonder that the first image has come. So when I click this right angle bracket, it's moving. Even the left angle bracket, it's moving. I can use the sliders down there. It's still moving to the different images. I hope you have understood, but if you have got any questions, you can ask me through comment section. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe. Thank you.